Vladislav Gavrikov, the Rangers' new shutdown defenseman. Vladislav Gavrikov represents the crucial defensive anchor that the Rangers' blue line desperately needed last season. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, the transformation of the Rangers' defense will be evident, with only two defensemen remaining from the core group that propelled the team to the Eastern Conference Finals twice within a three-year span from 2022 to 2024. This significant shift in personnel is not just a coincidence. It marks a strategic overhaul that began informally around the same time last summer. During that period, Chris Drury, the team's president and general manager, made an initial attempt to trade Jacob Trouba, which ultimately did not materialize. Following this, Drury resorted to utilizing the waiver wire as a form of leverage, a tactic that the former captain described as a threat. This maneuver eventually led to a trade to Anaheim approximately 2 months into the last season, which brought Urho Vaakanainen into the fold. But here's where it gets controversial. Many fans and analysts are divided on whether these changes will yield the desired results. Will the new lineup be able to replicate the success of its predecessors, or are we witnessing the dismantling of a once promising defensive unit? As we dive deeper into the implications of these changes, it's essential to consider how they will affect team dynamics and performance. What do you think? Are these moves a step in the right direction, or do they signal a troubling trend for the Rangers? Share your thoughts in the comments. Rangers win free agency. Analyzing the Gavrikov and Raddysh signings. The New York Rangers made some significant moves during the free agency period, and these decisions could pay off handsomely. While the true test will come when the puck drops in October, the Rangers seem to have addressed their weaknesses effectively this summer. Here are two standout signings that have bolstered the team's roster. **** Taylor Raddysh. A cost-effective depth addition ****. Taylor Raddysh, who played a crucial role for the Washington Capitals last season, represents a smart and affordable addition to the Rangers lineup. Signed for just a $1.5 million average annual value, AAV, over the next 2 years, Raddysh brings a solid all-around game to the team. He's expected to slot into the fourth line, which will see some rotation in the 2025-26 season. With the re-signing of Matt Rempe and Adam Edstrom, the Rangers have ensured they have a strong bench. Edstrom, in particular, deserves a full 82-game schedule, while Rempe and Raddysh will likely share ice time based on matchups and rivalries. Despite his limited minutes, Raddysh has demonstrated the ability to contribute consistently, averaging around 26.9 points over an 82-game span. Don't count him out as a bottom-six forward. There's a chance he could see some action on the third line, especially if Johnny Brodzinski's performance wavers. Given the Rangers' need for depth on the fourth line and Raddysh's potential to step up, this signing looks like a win-win scenario. **** Vladislav Gavrikov, the blockbuster defenseman ****. The most significant signing of the summer for the Rangers is undoubtedly Vladislav Gavrikov, a defenseman inked to a 7-year deal worth $7 million AAV. This move has been widely hailed as a major coup for the organization, addressing the long-standing need for a reliable partner to complement star blue liner Adam Fox. Gavrikov was a highly sought-after free agent, but the Rangers emerged as the frontrunners early on, thanks to general manager Chris Drury's strategic maneuvering. Gavrikov's presence on the left side of the first pairing provides the Rangers with a level of stability and dependability that has been lacking. While Ryan Lindgren has shown flashes of brilliance, injuries have often kept him out of the lineup. Gavrikov, on the other hand, is known for his durability and consistent performance. His addition not only strengthens the Rangers' defense, but could also prove to be one of the best free agent signings of the summer league-wide. **** Controversy and discussion ****. But here's where it gets controversial. Some critics argue that the $7 million AAV for Gavrikov might be too steep, given the salary cap constraints and the need for flexibility in future seasons. However, others believe that securing a top-tier defenseman like Gavrikov is worth the investment, especially in a league where defense can often make or break a team's success. What do you think? Is Gavrikov's contract a wise investment, or does it pose a risk for the Rangers' long-term plans? Share your thoughts in the comments below. New York Rangers off-season update. Addressing needs and future plans. The New York Rangers off-season has been a whirlwind of activity, but the question remains, have they done enough to solidify their roster for the upcoming season? While they've addressed one of their most glaring needs by signing Vladislav Gavrikov, a move expected to provide Adam Fox with a reliable defensive partner, their work is far from over. This raises an intriguing debate. Just how close are the Rangers to being a true contender in the Eastern Conference? And could some of their lingering issues hold them back once again? Let's dive in and explore. It all started back in December when the Rangers made waves by trading Jacob Trouba, signaling what many saw as the end of an era. Since then, they've continued to reshape their lineup. Key moves included acquiring JT Miller, who has already shown flashes of brilliance since joining the team, and bringing in Will Borgen via the Capo Caco trade. They also parted ways with several players set to become unrestricted free agents, UFAs, in 2025, such as Ryan Lindgren and Riley Smith. More recently, Chris Kreider was shipped off to the Anaheim Ducks, while K'Andre Miller headed to the Carolina Hurricanes. In return, the Rangers added Scott Morrow, a highly touted young defenseman fresh off his collegiate career at UMass, alongside premium draft picks for the future. Additionally, landing Mike Sullivan, a two-time Stanley Cup-winning head coach, as their new bench boss gives fans hope that the team can rediscover its winning ways. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite these sweeping changes, are the Rangers truly better positioned today than they were just over a year ago, when they reached the Eastern Conference Final? It's a tough call. The truth is, significant gaps remain on this roster, leaving room for doubt about whether they are ready to compete at the highest level. One glaring hole stands out above all others: the need for a dependable left-handed defenseman capable of playing in the top four. Morrow, though immensely talented and still only 22 years old, doesn't appear to be the answer at left defense, LD. Assuming Gavrikov pairs regularly with Fox, the remaining options to fill the void left by K'Andre Miller are underwhelming at best. Carson Soucy and Braden Schneider currently represent the most viable candidates, but each comes with limitations. Soucy, nearing his 31st birthday, has carved out a niche as a reliable third-pairing defender throughout his NHL career. Last season, he even found chemistry with Fox during brief stretches, posting an impressive expected goals rate of 63.28% in roughly 147 minutes of 5-on-5 play together, according to Natural Stat Trick. However, pairing Soucy with someone like Will Borgen, a stay-at-home defenseman, might not yield similar results. His upside seems limited unless he continues to skate alongside elite talent. Schneider, on the other hand, showed promise last postseason when paired with Miller. Yet asking him to play his offside next to Borgen presents a unique challenge. A more natural fit might emerge if Morrow develops into the offensive threat many project him to be, allowing Schneider to settle into a complementary role. But as things stand now, neither option inspires complete confidence. This brings us to another pressing issue: the lack of quality depth at LD. With names like Bowen Byram likely off the market, the Rangers may need to wait until next year's trade deadline to address this deficiency. Among potential targets hitting unrestricted free agency in 2026 are veterans like Ryan McDonough, Cam Fowler, Mattias Ekholm, Jake Wallman, Juuso Välimäki, and Mario Ferraro. Of course, which players actually become available will depend on their team's performance this season and management's willingness to sell. Thankfully, the Rangers possess ample ammunition to make a splash if necessary. Their war chest includes 2 first-round picks in the 20th of May, 26 draft, selections in every round except the 4th, and additional picks in 2027, should they choose to use them. So, while the current roster isn't perfect, the front office certainly has the resources to pursue upgrades. But wait, there's more. Beyond defense, the Rangers face uncertainty up front following Kreider's departure. Who steps into the top 6 forward group? Internal candidates include Will Quill, whose ceiling appears to be that of a gritty third-liner, Gabriel Perreault, the organization's top prospect who logged 5 NHL games last season, and others like Brennan Othmann, Brett Berard, or Adam Sikora. Can any of these youngsters seize a prominent role? Or will the Rangers need to look externally for reinforcements? If none of the prospects pan out, the Rangers might consider pursuing external options closer to the trade deadline. One name generating buzz is Yegor Chinakhov, who reportedly requested a trade from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Adding him would bolster the Rangers' attack, but given the rivalry between the two clubs, it's hard to envision Columbus willingly dealing a promising young winger to New York without receiving a king's ransom in return. Other pending UFAs in 2026, such as Kyle Connor, Patrick Lane, Evander Kane, Vladimir Tarasenko, Jordan Eberle, and fan favorite Matt Zuccarello, could also enter the conversation depending on how the season unfolds. So, where does this leave the Rangers? On paper, they've tackled the hardest task, finding a suitable partner for Fox. But as Michael Jordan famously said, the job's not finished. Now, the focus shifts to filling the gaping hole at LD and determining whether the forward core is deep enough to sustain a long playoff run. What's your take? Do you think the Rangers are poised to contend, or are they destined to fall short once again? Sound off in the comments.